Formula Bob here, and it's back. Welcome to the Bobcast, and it's wacky news. Back for another week, and this week we've got lots of wacky news to get through. We've got conkers, we've got parrots, we've got people liking NHS food. We've got it all. So sit back, grab a coffee, get some sweets, and get prepared for some wacky news. Yes! So first up this week, guys, is the Conker Championships, and the World Conker Championships have been rocked by a cheating scandal after the winner was found to have a steel replica in his pocket. This gentleman called David Jenkins, he's 82, and he raised eyebrows when he beat foe Alistair Johnson Ferguson in one hit, an improbable feat. But as he celebrated his first title after 46 attempts, a steel chestnut was unearthed in his belongings. Now, if you're unsure what conkers are, if you're not from the UK, a conker is a nut from the horse chestnut tree, and they basically fall down on the floor. You pick them up, you stick them in the fridge or the freezer, harden them up, and then you drill a hole down the middle, you pop some string in, and then you go to another kid who's done the same thing, and you whack your conker off another conker, and if your aim is to smash the other conkers to pieces. So in this instance, this gentleman has been found to have a steel conker disguised as a real conker. So he's been accused of cheating. So my conker disintegrated in one hit, and that just doesn't happen. I'm suspicious of foul play and have expressed my surprise to organisers, said Mr. Johnson Ferguson. Right, fan David Glue said the whole thing is nuts. It stinks and needs to be properly investigated to save our game from scandal. But Mr. Jenkins of Warmington came out swinging. He said, "This isn't cheating or a fix. I just tried to hit hard and somehow I finally won. It's impossible to cheat at conkers. It's a load of nonsense." Event chairman Jim Packer is backing the champion. "Yes, he had a steel conker with him, which we're aware of. It's very obvious it's not a real one. But St. John Burkitt, chair of the event's organising committee, are investigating." So there we go, guys. The first one, a cheating scandal at conkers. That was a nuts bit of news, wasn't it? Next up, we have got a grumpy barman. So here it is. Pub boss relaxes no half-pint ban, but it comes with a price warning. And it's got a grumpy publican, famed for refusing to serve half-pints, has lifted the ban, but it comes with a price. John Bittles hit the headlines in 2022 after barring punters who had the nerve to order halves of Guinness. But he's had a change of heart and is cashing it in by selling half pints for £4.95, even though a full pint costs only £5.80. He initially imposed the ban because customers were taking up tables for too long and spending too little. He's got a point. But after a rethink, trade at his pub is now booming. To serve somebody a half pint and let them take up a table, I thought we'll go £4.95. And in a further sign, he is mellowing. Mr. Bittles has removed a sign from the bar which reads, "No Coke drinkers. If you just want a Coke, that's a bridge too far. You'll have to draw the line somewhere," he quipped. "But if you are with your partner and they are getting a pint, you can get a soft drink. A pint is going to cost £7.20, a bottle of Coke twice at £3.60. But why would you want one?" So there we go, guys. That's there's a picture. We'll zoom in on him there. That's Mr. Bittles, a bit of a grumpy old publican, and he doesn't like you ordering half pints of beer. Don't forget, guys, we have got a Support Bubble Discord. That is the QR code to join. So if you are interested, hopefully you can scan that and you can join our community, guys. It's a support streamer network for streamers and supporters of streamers, or just to get to know people, really, make friends. And there we go. That is the Grumpy Pub. Right, next up, guys, we have a gentleman who loves NHS food. Bring it on. Just a short bit of news I've seen on this one. Healthy eating. I spent £10,000 in 2 years at the NHS hospital canteens. So this hospital food fan has spent £10,000 dining on NHS canteen grub. Omar Shafiq, 33, began tucking into the meals in 2022. Since then, the Manchester local has devoured more than 700 dinners as far afield as London and Glasgow. So he's travelled across the country eating hospital food. He said deals such as £7 for a jack of potato, drink and a chocolate cannot be beaten on price or quality. Would you rather go to Nando's or hospital to eat? Well, what do you think? There we go, guys. That's him on his bicycle. Guys, we are halfway through the wacky news and we have still some more stories to bring you, but now is a perfect opportunity to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share this video on your socials. Our next story involves a gentleman fed up of signs putting up some signs. Who'd have thought? How strange. Here it is. Check out this wacky news. Here it is, guys. Bored under a bad sign. One man public protest at city's lack of fun. So we've all been down the park, or we've been to the grass verges and we've seen no ball games or no crowding, etc, etc. You know, these signs that tell you something not to do. Well, this guy, well, he's had enough. So this is a mystery man known only as Carp, and he's mocking the fun deficit in his city by putting up dozens of hilarious signs. So, people entering see "Welcome to Chichester, a serious city for serious people." Another reads "Child Congestion Charge Zone." Another one says "Coffee Control Zone, public consumption prohibited between 5 a.m. and 10 p.m. One at a play park reads "Warning, children are known to operate in this area." Bowlers are told Britain's first over 65s open air wrestling arena will place their bowling greens. And shoppers in the historic town centre are told formal attire only except Sundays, and ironically, one warns no unauthorised signs. So let's zoom in on some of these signs here that he has put up. So we've got this one, or you can't make that out, that's your congestion charge zone one. The middle one is unauthorised leaf shredding is prohibited. That's the second one. Third one is "Welcome to Adventure Paving, brought to you by Minimal..." I can't read that. There's the no authorised signs one. See, these pictures aren't great. The middle one is a sewage viewing area, and that one's your no ball game. So yeah, we've seen all those before. So there we go, guys. That's the man fed up of signs by putting up some more signs. Right, our next video is a bit more interesting, and again, it involves some food. Okay, so this is a funny one because this involves a chip shop. So this is a restaurant owner offered free food for life to customers if they got a tattoo of his logo, paying the price. So this is Sebastian Coleman, who owns Loaded Fries, Chip and Go in Bolton. He basically said the offer started as a joke to test diners' loyalty, but then I started getting messages about what the tattoo size to get and where to get it. So basically he was inundated with offers from people who like to chip shop to get a tattoo, and in the end he was going to figure out that he was just giving away free food for the rest of his life, and that would close down his business. So he set up the shop 2 years ago, said he will honour the deal for up to 5 people, so he limited it in the end for 5 people. One of his customers, Kevin Taylor, 49, is one of the 2 who has since had Chip and Go branding, and he says he'll save £316 a year. So when you think about it, the tattoo isn't really that bad. He said that tattoo was £60, so it's well worth it. So that's your tattoo you've got to get. Chip and Go. That's going to cost you £60. But if you're one of the first 5 people at this gentleman's restaurant, you get free fish and chips for life. How about that? Well, probably as long as he lives, will probably be more accurate. So there we go, guys. Chip Shop Inc. So, guys, we're on the last piece of the wacky news for this week, and it's about an elderly couple who look after some birds. So, don't squawk off, get ready, and check this last piece of wacky news out. Time for squawkies. Parrot-loving pair take their feathered family along for a day out in town. It's all squawk and no play for a bird-loving couple who share their lives with a colourful family of 20 parrots. David and Jill Vickery are regularly seen around town exercising their African greys, macaws and cockatoos, bringing a dash of the exotic to their corner of Wiltshire. As members of animal charity Problem Parrots, they have seen many more birds abandoned since the COVID pandemic. Mr. and Mrs. Vickery have been rescuing birds for more than 40 years, having started out with 2 pairs of cockatiels and budgerigars. The couple will usually go out with around 10 of their feathered charges at a time in the historic town of Calne, on the edge of the North Wessex Downs. It is vital for the parrots to enjoy the fresh air and the trees and to see other birds, said Mr. Vickery. So taking them out with a harness to prevent escape not only enriches their lives, but it gives people the chance to see how beautiful these creatures are. So there we go, guys. There's the elderly couple with a group of parrots. Been looking after those for 40 years. Amazing. Right, guys, hope you enjoyed that. That was your wacky news, guys. We've had conkers, parrots, tattoos, and grumpy pub owners. We've had everything this week. It's been a totally wacky week. So, if you've enjoyed the podcast, hit that like button, share on your socials, and subscribe if you are new. See you next time.